What's up, everyone? Today we're going to be doing something different, something that we have been kind of putting off because I've been trying to find, let's not say the cheapest route, but the least expensive route. And that is, of course, we are going to do an engine swap into the 81 Dodge Ram. I really need to get my own truck going. I got to stop borrowing work trucks and stuff like that. So I've been looking at different cost-effective routes. So we're going to take a break from welding this 1946 drift truck up. We still, of course, need to work on the top of this window and a bunch of other things. But we're getting there. Lots of welding. And as you can kind of see, the Supra has been moved up, giving us more room to fit other things. I also did paint the frame. We'll go outside for a second. I did go ahead and paint the frame for the 1971 Buick GS. So this is just pretty much to protect it for this winter. I don't really like it being outside, but unfortunately, space is at a premium. So anyways, so what are we going to be doing? We're going to go ahead and go pick up a 1997 Dodge Ram, and let's go ahead and cut to that. As you guys can see, it's got that late 90s, early 2000s patina, but it's home, and we have a lot of cool things. Now, as you can see, I really love this body style. I don't like to consider myself a super truck guy, but I really love this body style, especially whether it's the late 70s, early 80s, or with the Chevy, the square body. There's just something about those two body styles that really makes a good looking truck. I'm not the biggest fan of this body style, but some pretty cool options. Now, I am looking to keep this project start to finish under $1,500. Of course, minus the fact that we have the truck already. So those of you guys know, there is nothing underneath the hood here, except for chipmunks making a home, of course. So we'll have to go ahead and vacuum out the hood. We're not going to restore this truck. This is just something I really love. I love the way it looks. I love the way it is. But we have just the 727 transmission kicking around in here. That, of course, is a 727 off of a small block. Now, over here, this, you can already see it right there. I was really hoping to do a Cummins, but there is nothing in the world of Cummins that is budget friendly. So this truck is actually pretty interesting because she's pretty roached. There's no way around that. She's very roached, but there's still a lot of really good parts on this truck, more than I was expecting. The reason why I was happy about this is this has the V10, which has more torque than the stock. As far as my understanding, I believe it's 450 foot-pounds of torque out of the Cummins, where this is 460. So either way, I believe this has 10 more pounds of torque than the Cummins. Now, that does not mean it's going to be good on gas, but it will be able to tow a lot of stuff, which is what we need. We need something that can tow. So I was expecting basically to get this entire truck delivered for $750. $600 for the truck, $150 for my buddy to go and pick it up and bring it here. Now, that being said, Here's the fun part about it. There's actually a lot of stuff going for this that allows us to turn around and flip a lot of the parts, part it out, sell it. You know, we're going to end up stripping all of the front off of this so we could easily pull this engine, because unlike what they did back in the day, which was, you know, give yourself plenty of room to work, they extended the cowl over the actual engine, and it's not really particularly fun to mess with. So we're going to have to go ahead and pop her out and yeah, do all the fun stuff that goes around it. Now, the other big thing is this has a huge coolant system as opposed to the very small coolant system that was a part of this truck. So we'll have to do some modifications right here, but not too terrible of a modification. I guess we'll have to wait and find out. But anyways, the other thing is this has 4 perfectly good tires, and right there we're at pretty much the cost of the truck. The other cool thing, it's got Dana 60s fronts and Dana 80 in the back, so we will be able to turn around and sell the axles for more than I paid for the truck. And just like that, we've more than made up the funds for buying the engine. Now, there's a lot of trinkety things. We can go ahead, we can clean up the headlights, sell the headlights. There's not really much sheet metal on this truck. It's worth it. Someone definitely replaced this at some point. You see the paint job's terrible. But if someone had a wreck, you know, maybe they might want the parts behind, like the skirts or the radiator core support. The bumper is, you know, a person that had a wreck may want it, so we'll probably sell it for real cheap. What else? Wheels, I don't know if we'll see if they will. Well, I can already tell you they won't work for our truck, so we'll sell the wheels. I would like to see if we can't put this on the 81 Ram, because I like those. See if we can't get the parts that go in the center of it, or I don't know, we'll see. But the bed, this is actually very interesting. Around here, rusted, yes, but the actual inside of the bed, with some exception, is pretty solid. So someone like a scrapper that's been abusing his truck for a long period of time may be interested in the bed of this truck. So the cab corners are in really good shape. There's a lot of trinkety things we could probably, you know, scavenge off. This side's bed corners, or not bed corner, cab corners a little bit on the rusty side, but the other side looks almost new. So, you know, there's a lot of things we have to go through. It also has a lot of really cool features. And by really cool, I mean it smells terrible in here. The seats, they leave a lot to desire. They're not too terrible, but yeah, I mean, I don't really care for them. The gentleman I bought it from, it had a 5-speed manual in it, and the only reason why he had it was he was using it as a plow truck, and then he bought a truck with the Cummins, and he wanted to do a manual swap in it, and this had everything he needs. So we have, it looks like, an electronic braking system for a trailer. We'll see if we can't pull that out of here, because I have one already, but you never know what we'll end up needing in the future. So we'll rip that out. I don't actually know it. I don't know how that one particular brand works, but you know, we can mess with it. Radio's trash. That's pretty nasty. Yeah, we have a tachometer. That's cool. So 91,000 miles. That's pretty much key right there. You know, pedals and everything are out of it, so that makes this kind of like loose, which is a pain in the neck. But we even have some cotter pins kicking around here. I like those. We'll have to put them in one of our boxes inside the garage. Now, this is the fun part. Of course, the battery was left on, so we need to jump it. Cue the old starter pack. Before I start this up, I actually got to say, I did not know the Scottish built trucks. Just listen to this. Sounds like bagpipes. Yeah. Gonna have to jam to that. But as you can see, turn that off for a second. Ah, shut up. There we go. As you can see, I don't know if you can see it. I think you can see it. You can see the pressure plate still on there, so you know the flywheel and all that's still there. She's been bypassed, so we can start her up. Ooh, and I just spotted a quarter. pressure. We'll have to go through and hopefully the fuel pump and everything's good. This has a very weird fuel pump. It sounds awesome. It just has one going up. It doesn't have a return line. But yeah, I think we should dump the headers right out the fenders. You know, something like something right underneath the ram, right there. I think it should be. Oh yeah, look at that. You get some weight reduction going out of these fenders here. There you go. Come on. Maybe I'll scare all the squirrels and chipmunks out of it. She's very healthy. She sounds really healthy to me. I love it, guys. Now, oh, it's just loud. We'll have to do something to muffle it a little bit. As New York State, they don't really like that too much. Anyways, so this should be more than adequate for our needs as far as the old towing things around. And I gotta say, I absolutely love it. You know, we'll polish up the aluminum a little bit. Probably switch out this alternator. She's got a little bit of cracking going on there. I don't know why, but I would love to switch the AC over to that truck, but that's a non-AC truck. So for now, we'll store all the AC unit stuff in case we can ever find a way of converting this over to air conditioning. The older I get, the more I like air conditioning. That's what I have to say about that. But guys, I hope you like the route of this. For $600, I couldn't say no. Now, we do need to find a transmission for it. I have an idea where actually there is a V10 exactly like this guy that was hit, and it's been in a salvage yard for a little while, so we'll see if we can't see what kind of transmission it is. I have to do a little bit more research. There's a possibility, because even though this is based off of the 5.9 liter gas powered engine, it is in fact a different beast altogether. You have different engine mounts as opposed to what you'd find on the old LA blocks, so we'll have to work something out with that. Not too overly concerned by that, but you know, little things. I think it should be all right. So a little bit of welding, a little, and fries are done. So yeah. Oh, and the other big thing, of course, this has a different bell housing than a standard small block, even though it's based off of the small block. Totally different monster. The only thing he said had a problem at one point, he replaced the rear coil packs, just the back four there. The front four are all set. And heck, I mean, we're gonna have to replace the serpentine belt anyways, because it you know, we're not gonna be using the air conditioning, but the belt doesn't even have any wear on it. She's definitely probably, I should say, she's probably the original belt. But yeah, what an awesome find, guys. So you guys have yourself a wonderful day. I'm gonna do a little bit more research, hopefully by the end of the week, while I wait for a few parts, get some fresh engine mounts so I can start mocking the engine mounts for the Hemi and the 46. As far as, we are still waiting for the shipper to pick up the 318 down at our shop so I can go up to Nick's. And I would like to get this done from start to finish, no more than maybe 1.5 to 2 weeks. I'm gonna have to kind of get a few of my buddies involved, but before they get involved, I'm going to strip this all out. I'm going to be building a gun safe pretty shortly, so I'll make a video on that. But we'll just stuff the engine inside the garage for the time being. I'm hoping to get on this within the next few weeks, though. Anyways, it really comes down to finding a transmission. Hopefully everything that we sell on this goes real quick, and then we can use the proceeds from this to buy more Hemi parts. Because Hemi is short term, or I guess, I don't know what you'd call it, but Hemi means expensive. That's what Hemi means. But and lots of cool power and noise. But yeah, anyways, I'm really excited by this. we finally get something we can stuff in there and drive this thing around and find a bed. I think we'll go find a regular bed. If I had the money, I'd get one of those really cool, like, kind of utility beds, but they're a lot shorter, so you can have your fifth wheel on it, and you know, you can put a dovetail or gooseneck trailer on it. But you know, it is what it is. We got to work with what we can find. And on that, guys, have yourselves a wonderful night. Keep your shiny side up, and God bless.